All right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another unboxing episode. So as you can see here, I have the Fujifilm X-S10 to unbox here, and this is a major investment for me. I'm so excited to unbox this, and I'm just ready to check it out. So let's go ahead and get started. So on the outside of the box here, of course, we have on the very top Fujifilm X-S10. Pretty much the same across all around the sides here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up. So on the very top here, we have the manual. So I probably will give this a look off camera and just get a ton of details that I may need to go over. So for right now, we're gonna put this one to the side. And oh, by the way, for the average unboxing of the products that I've done on my channel thus far, it's pretty big, but of course this is a digital camera, so that's to be expected. All right, this was a little weird here. There's nothing in here, just a piece of cardboard, so that's interesting. And here we have the camera itself. But before I unwrap this, I'm gonna go ahead and see what we have on the rest of the inside of the box. So in this smaller cardboard box right here, we have a few items. So let's just go over those really quick and see what we got. So included, you have your USB-C dongle for your headphone jack. You have a USB-C to a USB-A cable. Here we have our camera battery. So this camera battery, we have the MPW126S. This is a small battery right here. So this is one of Fujifilm's smaller batteries. This one has a capacity of 1,260 milliamp hours. For the body size, it would definitely make sense. And last but certainly not least, we have the camera strap right here. So this has, of course, the official Fujifilm branding on it, and it is leather. I pretty much dig it, although I don't use the camera strap that comes with the camera. And if you're not familiar with my channel, this is not my first camera. This is my first Fujifilm camera, but I picked up the Sony a6400 as my first mirrorless camera. We're gonna put this one back inside because I'm gonna keep this fresh. All right, so that's pretty much gonna be it. All right, you guys, so here we have the camera, and I'm super excited for this, as I already said a few times already in this video. Man, I'm gonna give you my reasons as to why I decided to pick this up a little bit later, but let's go ahead and unwrap it. I like it. I like it a lot. Like it's definitely as expected. Whew. Look at that body, y'all. Look at that. Oh, this feels so good. This rubber feel, so nice. Currently, it's retailing at $9.99 for the body only. So I picked up just the body. I didn't get any of the Fujifilm kit lenses when I purchased this because I was super excited and I wanted to get this right away so I can do some testing on it and get some footage and take some pictures. I'm just trying to save a little bit of money, so I might purchase one that's used and like in a like new condition. Getting back to the camera body here, it is small. I like that, but it's not too small. So if you watch any YouTube videos for Fujifilm lovers or enthusiasts, they talk about the retro look of all of the other Fujifilm camera bodies, which that is what they're known for. So I can appreciate that look, but I did want something a little bit different from what Fujifilm normally creates. Now, don't get me wrong, I think all of the Fujifilm bodies look great. It's definitely one of the reasons why you would purchase a Fujifilm camera. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. If you like that retro look, then this camera body is going to be different. The X-S10 is a different camera in their lineup. The body design is completely different from what Fujifilm normally makes, but I was willing to definitely give this a go. For one, it looks similar to my Sony a6400. I was just looking for something different, but still kind of like what I have been used to so far. So it was interesting that I ran across this Fujifilm X-S10 camera body because it was just recently released. Actually released on October 15, 2020, I believe. Yeah, this is fairly new to the market, and a lot of people are still trying to, you know, get used to it and see what this camera really offers. There are a few reviews already out for it. Let's go ahead and talk more about the camera body. You get a nice grip, which is something I was looking for in another camera body. So this grip is going to be amazing for me, and I want something that is going to be very fun and exciting to pick up. And I feel like that was just something I was quite missing on my Sony a6400. It's simple. It doesn't have all the dials that the other X series cameras will have, so it won't be overwhelming for me. Right across the top here, we have the on and off switch, which is cool. That is similar to what I'm used to. We have a dedicated record button right here across the top, ISO, and then we have this Q button. So you have your dial modes across the top. You have your AEL button, autofocus. The difference with this camera versus the Sony a6400 that I currently have is the joystick. We have the menu button right here, display. Also have the playback for looking back at your photos. And then we also have the trash can as a secondary button right here when you're in that mode and looking at photos. Across the top here, we have another scroll wheel, so you can definitely customize that if I am correct. I have another scroll wheel right here that I believe you can customize. So that's going to be neat. This camera has a pop-up flash. It's cool to have, and I'm one of those people that I do believe better to have it and need it than to need it and not have it. The pop-up flash can be used as a backup. So I'm a fan of that. I like that, but to me, again, it's just a bonus for a camera that are produced nowadays. Getting back to the back of the camera here, this is Fujifilm's second camera, I believe, that uses the articulating screen. This was a game changer for me, and it was pretty much a must-have when I was looking at a second camera to purchase. I think I'm gonna like this a little bit better. I'm very excited about that, and I think it's gonna be nice and neat to have. So you get the mic jack right here, and I think this is gonna be a great location since the articulated screen will rotate on the side, and that way you don't have to worry about your mic being blocked. We have the HDMI port and the USB-C charging port here. Now, that is something a big upside for me. So pretty much all the devices that I use on a daily basis charge via USB-C. All right, so next we're gonna talk about the EVF here. I am one of those people that like to put my eye up to the camera. So that is gonna be important to me, and I'm gonna check that out later to see how comfortable it is. I mean, overall, I like it. It looks good. I wish this one came with a hot shoe cover, and I also wish it came with a eye cup cover as well. But those are things you can purchase separately, but that's just something I like to have in an unboxing, is to try to get as much as I can. Of course, we're paying a lot of money for these things, so yeah. So let's quickly talk about the specs of this camera. So real quick, of course, the lighting has changed because I forgot to talk about this earlier, but we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so the X-S10 includes continuous shooting, and it also has silent shooting as well. Another good thing about this camera is that this sensor is used in the X-T4. So the 26.1 megapixel sensor is a really good sensor that has already been tested out, and the eye autofocus, everything works pretty well. So that's one of the things Fujifilm is not discussed more so like Sony and Canon. The eye autofocus is really good in their cameras. So of course I look forward to testing that out. Another thing is with the LCD panel, it is touch operation, so you can maneuver through the main screen and also the menu settings. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the video specs of it. Now that was just the photos of the camera, but for the video, it's going to include 4K and film simulation. Now, film simulation is something that is a part of Fujifilm system, and also film in full HD at 240 frames per second, which is really good and should create some smooth footage for you. And one more thing I do love that this camera includes is the f-log. Now, I haven't used any logging system, so that is going to be something just completely new to me to try out. For video and for color grading your footage, it's going to be really nice to see how you can use f-log and just upgrade the quality and the look of your videos. Overall, I think the box looks nice. The packaging was okay. I was expecting a little bit more, but again, for the price here, I guess I can't complain too much. But that's pretty much it as far as the camera overview and the unboxing. So let's get ready and check out the sensor on this camera. Nice. Fujifilm makes APS-C cameras, so coming from the Sony a6400, that's not going to be a change for me. And you also have your front wheel right here. Okay, so let's talk about the bottom of the camera. Like I mentioned, this uses the MPW126S battery. You also have your SD card slot right here next to the battery. Now this one is only compatible with the UHS-1. Some people kind of get finicky about that, because the UHS-2 SD cards are a little bit more reliable and have a higher read and write speed. But for me, that's not a big deal. So I'm going to talk about a few reasons why I purchased this camera. One of them is a major reason, which is this camera includes 5-axis IBIS, which is in-body image stabilization. Another reason is the camera body style. So again, I wanted something that was familiar to me, but offer quite a bit more for my budget. Another thing that this camera offers that I was looking for is the color science. So if you are familiar with Fujifilm, then their color science is just is one of the top lines in my opinion. Like, I just love the straight out of the camera JPEG photos. It's almost like you really don't even have to edit them. All right, you guys, so that about wraps it up for this video. Again, this is just more of an unboxing and the reason why I purchased the Fujifilm X-S10 camera. I think I'm gonna like it a lot, but I'm gonna do some more testing, as I mentioned, with this camera and see how much I like it, and if it lives up to the hype that I've seen thus far, that's gonna work out for me. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. That definitely helps out the video and my channel. I hope you was able to get some quick information about this camera and enjoy the unboxing experience like I did. And you guys know the drill. If you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps my channel to continue to grow. And as always, I'm very appreciative of you guys watching my videos. And if you guys know anyone that's interested in purchasing this camera and they want to see what comes inside, and if they have the similar reasons why they're looking for a camera body like this, definitely share the video with them. Hopefully it helps them as well. So if there's anyone who has this camera, definitely leave a comment and let me know how your experience has been with this camera and how that has affected your style of shooting. But other than that, you guys, I will catch you in my next video. Peace.